Southwest Airlines starting lineups first for the visiting New Jersey Nets with a record of 37-18 overall. That's first in the Atlantic. 25-3 at home, but just 12-15 on the road. It'll be Kerry Kittles and Jason Kidd in the backcourt. Last night against the Pacers, Jason Kidd turned that game around. 1 rebound shy of a triple-double, 31 points, 12 assists, 9 boards. He's got 48 triple-doubles in his career and 2 this season. Richard Jefferson, Jason Collins, and Kenyon Martin start in the front court. Jefferson averaging just under 15 points a game, and Martin is a horse on the road, averaging 9 rebounds away from home. Overall, 8.6 boards per game. The head coach in his 3rd season is Byron Scott, the former LA Laker for 11 years with 3 NBA rings on his mantle in 1985, 87, and 1988. Your Washington Wizards have a record of 25 wins and 28 losses. That's 5th place in the Atlantic. 17-10 at home, 8-18 on the road. They'll start Michael Jordan and Tyronn Lue. MJ in 30 career games against the Nets is averaging 29.7 points a game. And Lue gets the start again tonight, his 8th start of the season. Up front, it's Jerry Stackhouse with Brendan Haywood and Christian Laettner. Stackhouse in the last meeting against New Jersey had 27 points on 10 of 20 shooting from the field. And then he got hurt the following game against Milwaukee and missed 5 games. The head coach is a brand new grandpa, Doug Collins, whose son Chris and Doug's daughter-in-law Kim gave birth to a son yesterday, Ryan Christopher. 7 pounds, 15 ounces.
That's a big one.
A big boy down in Duke Hospital in Durham, North Carolina. So congratulations to the new grandpa, 51-year-old Doug Collins. He is assisted by Brian James, Larry Drew, Johnny Bach, Patrick Ewing, and the Wizards trainer Steve Stricker. As we take a look at the Jim Coleman keys to the game, Phil.
The Nets are coming off a pretty emotional win last night.
Any good to tell you this audio is all fucked up?
Come back from as much as 14 points, but they came out with the win. We'll see if they are up to par tonight.
Loud.
Because check out their defense. They're number 2 in forced turnovers, number 3 in points allowed, and opponent's field goal percentage. That is their key. For the Wizards, they did a pretty good job the last meeting in terms of turnovers and points off of turnovers, but they got beat from the line and in the paint. In fact, they've gotten beat in the paint every game. In fact, they also have given up more than 24 points made by the Nets. So they've got to limit their effectiveness. And, of course, to do that, you're talking about Jason Kidd. They've got to contain him, his penetration, and keep his assists down.
You hear me on Talkback? The officials for tonight's game are Mark Davis with Bennett Salvatore and James Capers. This is the 4th and final meeting between these two. The Nets won the first game, 87-79, in just the 3rd game of the season here at MCI Center. They won again December 19th in New Jersey, 79-65. And then the last meeting between these two teams, January 29th, 86-78. Last year they won 3 of 4, including the final 3. So the Nets have won 6 straight games over the Wizards, Phil.
Yeah, they've got to a point where you can almost consider them as dominating Washington. Earlier this year, held Washington their franchise low 65 points.
Richard Jefferson, and he has been some kind of young player in his 2nd year from Arizona. Quickly developing into one of the stars of this league. Jefferson averaging just under 15 points, 6.5 rebounds a game.
And that's what I'm talking about, the tenacious defense. They look to steal the ball. They put a lot of pressure on the shooter, do a good job of making exchanges. Also, they do a good job of rebounding the ball.
They're 5th in the league in steals, 7th in assists. And this is one reason why Jason Kidd, who is 2nd in the NBA at 8.4 assists a game, literally took the game over last night and won it.
Oh, 18 points in the 4th quarter.
Yep.
I was surprised that Indiana had Artest on him, but Jason Kidd able to drive by him almost at will.
Inside the Kidd, passes it off, and it'll go to New Jersey with 18 on the shot clock. The Nets were down in that game, appeared listless to start things out, and fell down by 15 points in the 3rd quarter. But Kidd brought them back. Finished with 31 for the game. Jefferson again, he's fouled by Laettner. Score the goal, he'll go to the line. First personal on Laettner.
Well, that's one of those plays as a defender. You have to recognize Richard Jefferson's a right-hander. And you can see Laettner caught on the left side. He's got to come all the way across the body. 90% of the time, you're going to get a foul call on that.
And Jefferson misses the free throw. Nets lead it 4-0. That final last night in New Jersey was 98-91. While the Wizards come off a 12-point defeat to the New Orleans Hornets Wednesday night. Here's Jordan off a screen. Good. MJ is averaging 18.7 points a game. That's 29th in the NBA. This is his 39th start of the season. Jefferson again with MJ on him, and he misses. First game at MCI Center for Michael Jordan as a 40-year-old. Of course, he nice pass from Laettner. MJ reverse layup, good.
Well, you see how quickly he recognized the defense around him and forced him to go underneath the basket and throw up a reverse layup.
Michael has both Washington field goals. Here's Jason Collins. Knocked away. It'll go to Washington. Jordan turned 40 on February 17th, which was this past Monday. Was supposed to celebrate, I should say, his birthday here against Toronto, and yet the snowstorm kept everyone away.
It sure did. It kept everybody inside somewhere.
Jordan again. Stackhouse, and a loose ball foul will be called on Collins.
It's one of those plays where Stackhouse is able to come up with a rebound. They probably don't blow the whistle, but you could see Washington was going to lose possession of that ball. Here's that last back door. Nice bounce pass from Christian Laettner. Now he sees the defense has to float to the other side of the basket and gives a reverse layup.
Jerry pulls up, and it's a little strong, and Kidd is up there for the rebound. Mason averages 6 rebounds a game. Here's Jefferson again, and somebody's got to cover him.
Yeah, Jefferson had a tough night last night. Only 5 points, made 1 for 11 from the field. In fact, during this stretch in February, his shooting has tapered off a little bit. For most of the season, he's been 2 or 3 in field goal percentage, but he's struggling a little bit.
He's 3 for 4 tonight with 6 points as Laettner hits his first basket. He's got 2 points and 2 assists so far in the quarter. And we're tied at 6. Steve Buckhanson, Phil Chenier. As you watch Wizards basketball, nice follow by Kenyon Martin.
Sometimes you got to put a body on somebody as opposed to go for the rebound. Laettner decided to go for the rebound, and that left Kenyon Martin with a running start for that offensive rebound.
Wizards on high-definition TV, HD TV here on Comcast Sportsnet. Laettner got it knocked away, wanted a foul, gets nothing from Bennett Salvatore. Nets by 2. Jersey 37-18 as Martin pops. It's a little long, and they'll come up with a long offensive rebound. Wizards without Larry Hughes tonight. Sprained an ankle late in the New Orleans game and is out for possibly 2 to 3 weeks, and that's a big blow for Washington.
Once again, very close to looking like a foul on Kenyon Martin, but he's able to strip the ball, and New Jersey gets possession.
Great pass, and this time they'll call the foul and send Christian Laettner to the line. We talked on the plane the other night. He gets very frustrated because he feels like he doesn't get a lot of calls inside, and you know, some guys get them all the time. Yeah. Some guys never get them.
Nice two-man game between Jordan and Christian Laettner. Watch again, they just read each other. Nice bounce pass right through the defense, and you're talking about a very good defense that shows you a lot of movement, but they were able to pick it apart that time.
And some of that frustration has just come out. Christian Laettner's been called for a technical foul. And
that might be the first time I've ever seen somebody at the free throw line about to shoot shots get called for a technical.
He's been very, very frustrated, Phil, and you could hear someone on the Wizards bench said, you missed 3 calls. 3 times Laettner felt like he was fouled.
Yeah, and if you're talking about something that really can irritate a player, that's when they commit a turnover particularly when the turnover was a result of being fouled, but you don't get fouled, you don't get the call. So now you look, your turnovers go up, and you feel like you've been treated unfairly, mistreated, abused.
Christian in his 11th year from Duke, getting his 38th start of the season tonight, and knocks down both free throws, an 81% shooter. Averages 7.5 points, just about 5.5 rebounds, and 2.4 assists. The leading rebounder on this Wizards team now is Kwame Brown at 5.6 boards a game. Jefferson again. Nice rebound.
Need more of that from Brendan Haywood in traffic to pull down those rebounds.
Tyronn Lue will fire the jumper. That's a miss. Tyronn was 0 for 3, make it 0 for 4 against New Orleans Wednesday night from long range.
Yeah, they're really going to need him to stick those open shots when those players drop off of him.
New Jersey by 1 as Kidd hit that technical free throw. Here's Jason Collins with 5 on the clock, and he hits. Jason Collins in his second year from Stanford at 5.5 points a game. Stackhouse in the low post, turnaround jumper, good. Jerry's first 2 points of the game. He averages 22.4. He's 12th in the NBA now in scoring. Partially blocked by Haywood, and the Wizards get it. Jerry goes all the way, lays it off, and the Wizards throw it away. Timeout on the floor with 5:35 to go here in the first quarter of play. Wizards and Nets are hooked up in a close battle.
Welcome back to the MCI Center. Very close game thus far. Still early in the contest, though, where the New Jersey Nets lead this one by 1, 11-10. Hello, everybody. I'm George Johnson. Coming into today's ball game, Doug Collins talked about the fact that he was very fearful of this defense by the Nets. Phil Chenier has been talking about it throughout the beginning of this ball game. And what else scares him is New Jersey's ability to go on spurts. He says, if I can keep this team from going on the spurts that they go on, they may not do it all game long. It may last only 8 minutes, but when they do go on the spurts, it becomes very hard to keep up with this club, so they'll try to slow them down, and in particular, Jason Kidd. Let's send it back over to Steve Buckhantz and Phil Chenier.
All right, George Johnson, thank you. And we continue with 5.5 to go here in the first quarter. Wizards trailing by 1. Here's Collins, drives, lost the ball, and they'll give it back to New Jersey with 15 on the shot clock, and now call a foul on Brendan Haywood.
Yeah, he got beat off that first step from Collins, and he has a tendency, once he's beat, to reach in and quickly give up the foul. He may have had some help underneath after Collins got by him.
Again, they go to Collins with Haywood on him. Michael is lurking. Now Rogers jumper, good. Rodney Rogers in his 10th year from Wake Forest averages better than 7 points and 4.5 rebounds a game. Excellent outside shooter, always has been his whole career. Stackhouse again, now finds Lue for the long jumper. Three-pointer for Tyronn, his 40th of the season.
That's something that was missing from Stackhouse in that last game down in New Orleans. He had no assists. He's been the team's leading assist man. But he picked up one there to Tyronn Lue.
Rogers battles against Jordan, leaves it for Kidd. Now they go to the open jumper, Kittles, and he misses. Loose ball foul will be charged to Washington. And it'll be number 2 on Brendan Haywood. Fans right now at Herb Gordon Volvo take advantage of our sign and drive lease specials. No money down, as low as $379 a month for a 2003 Volvo S60. Herb Gordon Volvo, located in the Montgomery Auto Park in Silver Spring. Call us 301-890-6200 or stop by for details. So that is the second personal. Jordan with a steal. Michael ahead of Kittles and slams it in.
Jordan showed a little lift there. He had to seal off Kittles. Didn't want him to come from behind and challenge that shot. You saw Jordan go up with two hands and throw it down.
Michael, second all-time in the NBA in steals, behind John Stockton, and Etan Thomas in the game forces a jump ball as the Wizards have their first lead of the night.
Well, it's easy to figure out why Jordan is #2 all-time in steals. He just anticipates so well. He has those strong arms and long arms, I should say, and always looking to reach in. You can see him shield off Kittles from even getting to that ball.
Tip up, taken, oh wow, tipped away. Thomas had it, but nobody was there for the Wizards to collect it. Washington by 2, their first lead. Martin drives on Jordan. Baseline shots, an air ball, and the Wizards come away with it. Could have been close to a 24-second violation. Etan Thomas playing with 8 stitches in his lip that he suffered yesterday in practice at the hands of Brendan Haywood, or should I say at the elbow of Haywood. Stackhouse's shot is too short. So Thomas is okay, getting his first action. Didn't play against New Orleans. Here's Rodney Rogers, and he misses, and Etan is there to pull it down. You and I talked about that. A little puzzling why in a game where the Wizards were beaten so badly on the glass, you wouldn't see a guy like Thomas, who often brings the energy.
Yeah, he's done that when called upon. It seems like he's come off the bench and responded well in many occasions this year. And let's hope tonight's one of those as well.
Stackhouse drove the baseline, turned it over. Collins from 18 feet, bang. Jason Collins, whose season high is 13 at Philadelphia, and he's 2 for 2 so far tonight.
Just have to make sure they manage their turnovers.
Beautiful pass as Jordan beat Kittles to the glass, or rather Kenyon Martin.
Well, Laettner delivering the pass. We saw a few minutes ago Jordan giving the pass up for the assist to Laettner. This time they switch roles. A nice pass from Laettner.
And Byron Scott wants a timeout. So with 2:33 to go in the first quarter, Wizards are in the lead by 2. Todd Thomas is in. Michael Jordan is 4 of 6, has 8 points, a rebound, and 2 assists. MJ has had a part in 13 of the Wizards' 17 points through either points or assists.
Yeah, but I got to say that Washington so far doing a good job on the boards. They're up by 1, not rebounding the Nets 9-8.
Aaron Williams in the game, the former Wizard. And a foul down low as Jordan was holding Rodney Rogers, and we'll get our first look tonight at Juan Dixon, who plays in his 20th game as a Washington Wizard. Juan is averaging 13.5 minutes per game. Just better than 6 points and almost 2 rebounds as Tyronn Lue comes out.
Now, obviously, you like the idea. Jordan coming up with the steal.
Oh, look
again.
at that. The 40-year-old dives to the hardwood. That was a thing of beauty.
Always looking to slip on the blind side of a player and strip the ball. Second time he's done that.
Thomas pushed by Aaron Williams. He got fouled, no call. How do you like that? That's unbelievable. Doug Collins is just incensed at referee James Capers. Aaron Williams, and it hurt.
Yeah, for good reason.
Yeah. Wow. Dixon pops the jumper and misses. Thomas knocked away from behind by Williams, but Laettner clears. Kwame Brown will come in. Juan's long jumper. Good. A three-pointer from the former Maryland star. Number 9 on the season.
Yeah, obviously you look for his offensive game to come alive here, but he's got a very important assignment defensively, and that's to stay in front of Jason Kidd and keep his penetration at a minimal.
Great pass to Lucius Harris, who gets the easy layup. Reach-in foul on Kenyon Martin. Second on Martin. Let's take another look at this Juan Dixon forced three-pointer.
Well, he has such a pure shot. Watch the release, gets his feet set, goes straight up, elbow at a 90-degree, releases off the fingertips. Nice shot.
Good pass to MJ, short jumper, no good. Kidd the rebound, and here he comes. Got to get back on this team. Kidd goes all the way. He's fouled by Jordan. That'll be number 2 on Michael.
See, coming out of that last time out, you look at the stats in Washington, 7 for 13, shooting a good percentage. You shoot the ball well, rebound the ball well. That can minimize the number of fast break opportunities. You start missing shots, they get the rebound. They obviously look to get the ball in Jason Kidd's hand, and you can see what he can create. Even when there's nothing there, seemingly nothing there, he can create some problems. Now he's at the free throw line, and keep in mind, in the 3 games, they've made 24 more free throws than Washington. So the trips to the line really paying off for them.
And the officials very kind in giving the foul to Juan Dixon and not Michael Jordan. So MJ still with 1 personal, and Dixon picks up his first. Stackhouse, Brown, Thomas, Dixon, and Jordan for the Wizards. Here's Kwame. He throws it away. So the Wizards having some problems now. That's their 5th turnover of the quarter.
And again, you got to give some credit to this defense of New Jersey. They pressure you. All 5 players pressure you. It's a team effort. We talk about how Jason Kidd sets the tone, but his teammates have followed his lead.
Jordan guarding Kidd. They'll play for the final shot. The shot clock is off. Kick it out, swing it to Rodney Rogers, and he misses. Rebound Thomas, or rather Williams, and that is the end of the first quarter. Nice block on Aaron Williams' attempted shot, and Michael Jordan having a nice game so far with 8 points, 2 assists, and 2 steals. And despite the 5 turnovers by the Wizards after 1 quarter, it's New Jersey 21, Washington 20. Comcast Sportsnet coverage of Wizards basketball being brought to you tonight by Toyota. Get the feeling. By Geico, 1 15-minute phone call could save you 15% or more on car insurance. Call 1-800-947-AUTO. Geico Direct, the sensible alternative. Your Washington, D.C. area Mercedes-Benz dealers. Netstar One, your high-performance communication solutions company. And by Miller Brothers Ford and Chevrolet. Second quarter action begins here at the MCI Center. Steve Buckhantz and Phil Chenier with George Johnson. Here's Aaron Williams, taken away by Juan Dixon. Dixon looking for help, finds Stackhouse. Beautiful pass to Thomas. Aton's jumper good.
Did a good job of showing some patience inside. Didn't feel comfortable with that first position, so he maneuvered himself to get a good angle on that basket.
Aton was hit in the mouth by a Brendan Haywood elbow yesterday in practice, and that's why he suffered the cut lip and the 8 stitches. Jefferson battles for the offensive rebound and gets it. 8 points for Richard Jefferson.
Boy, Kittle's really trying to challenge Stackhouse on that entry pass.
Close to a Wizards turnover. 2 seconds to shoot. Russell's jumper, no good. Brian Russell in the game. Those are the statistics after 1 quarter of play.
Keep it up with them in the rebound department and shooting a pretty good percentage, 47.
Rogers with a fake on Kwame. Now he double clutches and hits. Rodney Rogers gets the jumper. His season high 18 against Phoenix. Nets by 3. Here's Kwame down low. Fadeaway jumper, not the shot you need him to take. Jordan is out getting a rest. 8 points in the first quarter. Aaron Williams fires, and this team starts hitting with guys like Williams and Rogers, although Rodney's a good shooter.
Well, first of all, they are getting some pretty open shots, and a lot of that is because Washington's not really in sync defensively when they run their splits. They're having two players go with one player.
Stackhouse way short on the baseline jumper. Score the field goal, he'll go to the line. This team will beat you to death in transition if you don't get back.
Yeah, and again, you're talking about the more missed shots you have, the more opportunities they have to get out and run. And if you're not running your offense well and don't have good court balance, they'll really take advantage of you. You have to talk about a 3-on-1 situation there.
Free throw is missed. New Jersey on an 8-0 run to gain their largest lead. And let's check in with George Johnson.
Real quickly, Buck, of course, Doug Collins, there's those spurts he was talking about earlier. He says, listen, we have got to get back defensively. It's all about taking good shots. He says what really hurts you is the fact that they don't beat the guards down floor. It's the big guys who never see them coming because they've still got their back turned to them. Back to you.
Todd Thomas fighting for the rebound, but he cannot get it. One thing the Nets do, and they have been doing here tonight, is they push you so far out in your half-court set that sometimes it's difficult to get it inside.
Yeah, and I mean, they pressure the ball, they pressure the other four players, so they really try and take you out of sync in terms of running your offense.
Aaron Williams inside, no good, and Todd Thomas bangs for the rebound. Jordan up to perhaps check in. Now he retreats to the bench. Seven seconds to shoot. Stackhouse is fouled by Rogers, and they'll give him 2. 8:33 to go in the first half. There's a timeout on the floor, and the Wizards trail the Nets 29-22.
Welcome back to the MCI Center. The Washington Wizards trailing the New Jersey Nets 29-22. Obviously, the Washington Wizards in a very important stretch when it comes to their season. They've got a couple of very tough games, and being in the second half, it's very important for them to stay focused. You can see first 41 games this year, their record 21-20 as they were averaging 92 points a game and defensively allowing just 90. But here in the last 12 games, they have struggled, just 4-8, allowing 97 points per contest and getting out rebound as they're just getting 38 per game here in the last 12 games. So obviously the second half of the season going to have to pick up if they have any playoff aspirations. Back over to you, Buck.
And every point is important, and they all count, and free throw shooting is no exception. Jerry Stackhouse, an 87% shooter, misses 2.
I tell you, he just doesn't have that touch yet. I mentioned in New Orleans a couple of nights ago, 3 for 6 from the free throw line, and that's not Jerry Stackhouse.
Wizards opened the quarter with a hook shot from Todd Thomas to give them a 22-21 lead. Since then, they've been outscored 10-0 in the last 3.5 minutes of play. Kwame Brown's jumper, no good. Thomas got hit in the face by Jefferson, and boy, Atan, who took it in the lip yesterday, gets one in the eye here. And Atan is hurting. Wizards trainer Steve Stricker will head out to the court.
Jefferson trying to strip the ball. Let's see if we can see where the contact is made. Another look at it.
Out.
Oh, yeah. When Jefferson pulls away, it looks like he may have hurt his hand. He got him somewhere in the face.
Sure did. And Jefferson holding his hand, but he appears to be okay while Thomas is taking a beating.
Looks like it's in the eye, and of course, if you get a finger in the eye, of course, combine that with the sweat and everything, it really stings.
But both Doug Collins and Steve Stricker lead Atan off the court. And Jefferson remains in the game. Atan Thomas, of course, coming to the Wizards in that deal for Juwan Howard, and February, season before last. He sat out the entire season, if you remember, 2000 and 2001 with a bad toe. But Etan was the 12th overall pick by the Mavericks in 2000.
You see him still holding that eye. And so now they have to bring Oakley in to replace Etan.
So both Oakley and Jordan in the game with Juan Dixon, Kwame Brown, and Brian Russell. Pass inside for MJ. Goes up and draws a foul. Falling on Rodney Rogers, and now Doug Collins with some instructions for Michael Jordan.
Hey, Charles Oakley is a really wise passer. He looks for those passing lanes, looking to get the ball to Jordan. He delivers it away from the defense. That enables Jordan to receive it and then attack the basket.
First point of the quarter for Michael. Fans Metro has great seats to all the sporting events around town. To find out what trains and buses will take you to your game, visit MetroOpensDoors.com and click on the ride guide. Jordan gets both. Etan Thomas has been escorted off of the floor and into the Wizards dressing room. You can see him leaving with assistant trainer Janet Pennick. And we'll try to give you an update on the status of Etan Thomas. Oakley helping to hound Harris. Now Rogers pushes Jordan out of the way, and that's one of those moving screens, and it's very inconsistently called in this league. Sometimes not called.
That's right.
Dixon pops the jumper. And no good. Kwame the chip, no good. And a loose ball foul called by Bennett Salvatore.
Good effort from Kwame Brown. Just couldn't get that first offensive tip to go down, but stayed with it. Here's that good-looking shot from Juan Dixon. Tries to curl around the rim, but just doesn't stay in there. And Kwame staying after it. Didn't see who the foul was on.
Called it on Rodney Rogers, and that's his third, Phil. So he comes out of the game. So for New Jersey, Kidd with Aaron Williams, Jefferson Martin, and Lucius Harris. Kwame stripped away. Dixon gets it back. For Russell's long jumper, no good.
Good foul from Dixon. But that's the kind of transition that you don't want to have, where you're leaving somebody open underneath the basket. You got to get 5 players back and hopefully match up a little bit better. You don't want to have your small guard on a 6'9" player like Aaron Williams.
And Doug Collins will get Bobby Simmons into the lineup. Williams, who 3 years ago played 81 games with the Wizards, had a career high of 27 points against Detroit with Washington, scored in double figures 26 times, and had 5 double-doubles for the Wizards. And Aaron, who's steadily improved his free throw shooting, now shooting close to 80% from the line. 8 points for Aaron Williams. And the Wizards with another turnover. That's all for Doug Collins. Timeout. 10 points for Aaron Williams, and the Nets have taken an 11-point lead with 6:35 to play here in the first half. Well, our VW flashback takes us back to January 29th. It was the last time these two teams met up in New Jersey. Jerry Stackhouse went 10 of 20 from the field, had 27 points. But Richard Jefferson pumped in 24. And Kenyon Martin not only had 19 points, but 21 rebounds in that game. And New Jersey was victorious, 86-78. So the Nets have won 3 straight this year. They won 3 straight last year after the Wizards beat them on New Year's Eve, 98-76 here at MCI Center. Tyronn Lue's jumper is good. And so the Nets have won 6 in a row over Washington. The good news here in the second quarter for the Wizards is that they have just one turnover. The bad news is that they are 2 of 9 from the field, and that's their first field goal in the last 5+ minutes of play.
There's something else that's not a good sign is the fact that in this quarter so far, the Nets have 5 assists. When they start mounting up the assists, their shooting percentage goes up. They start getting more transition baskets. Here, Jefferson is able to slip by Oakley and draw the contact. He'll go to the line, and they're starting to get to the free throw line.
Jefferson misses, a 72% shooter. Bobby Simmons in the lineup for the Wizards. The Wizards go with Oakley, Laettner, Simmons, Lue, and Jordan. Richard makes 1 of 2. And it's a 10-point New Jersey lead. Jordan goes all the way. And an offensive foul to be called on Michael Jordan. Number 2 on MJ. Here's another look at it. Singular wireless, you make the call.
He sees an opening. He goes to the middle. But Jason Collins closes it down.
Lucius Harris, great defense by Jordan. He throws up an air ball. Michael's jumper, good. 12 points for Jordan, and a technical foul has been called on Lucius Harris. He felt like someone grabbed his arm on that
I think he thought Jordan fouled him on that last attempt. It resulted in an air ball, and Washington came up with the rebound. But Tyronn Lue hits another field goal. Jordan hits this field goal and gets the assist from Tyronn Lue.
Lue at the other end makes the technical free throw. And the Wizards cut the lead down to 7. Kidd from long range.
Good job defensively that time by the Wizards. Did a good job of rotating and recognizing your matchups.
Lue gets bumped, and let's see if they give him 2 or call it on the pass. It's on Lucius Harris, and he'll go to the line for 1 plus the penalty.
That's right. This 15th foul puts Washington on the line. Good quickness, and this is something that will do harm to any team defensively. If you can get into their the middle there, force them to make some adjustments, you can create problems and find yourself getting to the free throw line as well.
T. Lue has made both of his free throws. 87% shooter.
Did Lucius Harris get ejected?
He did, as Lue shoots the technical free throw, and now he'll have 1 more free throw. And Lucius Harris has indeed received his second technical foul, which is an automatic ejection in this league.
You need to stay around to get his money's worth. I mean, I know David Stern says he won't tolerate, but you got to get a little something.
I agree with you. So Lue hits 3 free throws. And Tyronn now 4 for 4 from the line, has 9 points. And the Wizards have cut this lead down to 4. Collins lost it out of bounds, battling with Oakley, and the Wizards get it back.
And that's just what it was, a battle in there. Oakley, he's not going to out-jump you, but he certainly is going to try and move you around and keep you away from the ball.
Jordan with Jefferson on him. Michael fadeaway, good.
Sometimes as an offensive player, you want to feel where that defender is, and it's just what Jordan did that time. Felt him and was able to spin off to the other side and shoot the fadeaway.
Wizards have cut an 11-point lead down to 2. They're on an 8-0 run with a timeout on the floor.
Washington has made all 3 of their field goals. They've done a good job outscoring them 10-1.
Now the switch off and Lou guarding Martin. Kidd's jumper short. And Lou has it, and a loose ball foul will be called on Washington. It's on Christian Laettner. Second personal on Christian Laettner. Jordan, 6 of 9, has 14 points. The rest of the team, 6 of 19 and 20 points. MJ also has a couple of rebounds, 2 assists, 2 steals, and a block. Oh, what a play. And he stepped on the line. Tremendous effort by Charles Oakley.
And you can see the first one over to help him up, Michael Jordan. He liked that kind of effort and hustle. Like I said, Oakley's not going to leave the ground too much, but he's certainly going to give you everything he's got while you're down in range.
Kittle's off the inbound, double team. They go to Jefferson. Pulls up on Simmons. Tough shot at the buzzer. Richard Jefferson. Boy, is he a great looking young player.
Only a second-year player, you're right.
11 points in the game for Jefferson. Jordan wide open on the screen, over the top, out of bounds, and a loose ball foul called by Mark Davis. And I believe they'll get Kenyon Martin. So the Wizards will get the ball back. That's the third personal on Martin.
See if the Wizards can capitalize on this possession that they regain the ball.
Nets have the best home record in the NBA at 25-3, losing only to Dallas, Sacramento, and Philadelphia at home. But on the road, they're 12-15, which is not great for an elite team, but
there are a number of teams that wouldn't mind having that 12-15 road record.
Yeah, well, I can think of one of them right now. The Wizards are 8-18 on the road and 17-10 here at home. This time last year, Washington had a record of 27-26. They're 25-28 now, so they had 2 more victories last season after 53 games. Christian Laettner with 6 points, 4 rebounds, and 4 assists tonight. Collins is slapped at and fouled by Bobby Simmons. Brian Scalabrine is in the game for New Jersey as well. And Collins will go to the free throw line, where he shoots 77% on the season. Collins coming to this New Jersey team with Richard Jefferson.
Just got a report on Etan. Seemed like he was hitting the left eye and the cheekbone. And they're going to be taking some x-rays.
Houston took Jason Collins with the 18th pick a couple of summers ago. Jefferson gets the rebound off the missed free throw.
Well, those are the little things that you must take care of when you're playing a team like New Jersey. You can't allow them to get rebounds off of their missed free throws. Uh-oh.
What a beautiful play to Jefferson. Jordan for Lou. Now Teron kicks it out to Bobby Simmons for the long jumper. No good. Kidd with a great move. Goes all the way and is fouled.
Well, Bobby Simmons was trying to get that position, but it's so tough with a player like Jason Kidd. He's quick and he's still able to move around in the air. You see him kind of slice by him. His body gets by Bobby Simmons. Bobby not really blocking out. Boy, here's that nice play, I should say, from Jason Kidd to Richard Jefferson. You can see them setting everything up. Richardson just breaking on the baseline and Jason leading him perfectly.
So the Wizards cut it to 2. And now it is back up to 5.
It'll be good to see Stackhouse, who's back in the game now, finish this last 2 minutes strong. He's only 1 for 6 from the field. He's got to, some kind of way, find his rhythm. They need his scoring.
Jordan with a great move on Jefferson. And score the field goal. He'll go to the line.
I think I saw 3 net defenders over there. Cuts back.
What? No basket.
Did they call somebody touching the rim? That's the only thing.
Right there.
Oakley touched the rim, so they call basket interference. That's the only thing I can think of. Obviously, the shot itself, yeah, he grabbed the rim.
And if that's what wiped out the basket, it's an excellent call by the officials. Something I didn't see in real action. But clearly, he grabbed the rim while the ball was in the cylinder. So unfortunately, it's not a possibility of being a three-point play, but MJ can get another with his free throw. So he's got 15 points. And does so.
Doing a good job from the line that as a team, 12 for 14 from the free throw line.
Ironically, 2 of those misses came from Stackhouse. Kittle's drives, reverse layup no good, but right there to put it up and in is Collins. Jordan gets some space and gets it.
Boy, he's really shooting the ball well. 7 for 11. In the prior 3 games, Jordan's only been shooting right around 30-31%.
Kittles for 3. MJ has 18 points in the half. And an offensive foul as Lou ran over Scalabrine.
Well, you got to be so careful when you make your moves. Even after releasing the ball and passing the ball back, players are stepping in front of you trying to draw that charge.
Seven seconds to shoot. Knocked away by Oakley. Kid gets it back. Now finds Jefferson. And he did not get it off before the buzzer. That was extremely close.
Yes, it was. I thought he did get it off in time. But we'll take a second look. Do the lights come on?
I didn't see any lights. Did you see any lights?
No, maybe they didn't go off.
Jordan got another one. Cuts the lead to 2. MJ with 20. He has the last 6 points for Washington. Baseline, Jefferson around Oakley and draws the foul. Got Charles up in the air, and Richard will shoot 2.
Well, you can see why this is one of the better teams, not only in the East, but in the league. They move the ball around well, very unselfish. They know that Washington's going into this zone. They're trying to pick it apart, pick the open spots, and also get the ball to some of their better shooters, Jefferson being one of them. Not from the free throw.
Ron Dixon checks into the lineup for the final 12.2 seconds. Charles Oakley is out. Jefferson 1 for 4 from the free throw line, and we'll see Anthony Johnson in his 6th year from the College of Charleston. Last night the Nets had their retro jerseys on from the 75-6 season. The ones made popular by Dr. J. They won the ABA championship that year, the last season of the ABA.
No mental errors here. Make sure you get the last shot. Hopefully a good one that will go down.
Lou penetrates, goes all the way, and it goes down. 2.8 seconds to go. Johnson will not count. And that is the end of the first half. Wizards fans here at the MCI Center give Michael Jordan and their team a nice round of applause. MJ with 20 points. 20 of the team's 44 points in the half. And let's send you over to George Johnson. George?
All right, thank you very much, Buck. Talking to Teron Lou Tate. Late first half, you get that little breakaway right there. You talked about the fact that you were going to try to look for your shot a little bit more.
Yeah, I just want to be aggressive, try to penetrate and get into the gaps and find open guys. And, we've been pretty successful with our defense. That was our main focus. And, holding a good team like this to 45 points is a good job at halftime. So hope we can come back third quarter and build on it.
Very quickly, Mike has 20 points in the first half. Is there somebody else you need to get involved offensively?
Yeah, I think we need to get some easy baskets for Stackhouse to get him going. It's the second game back, and he's still not, he's still out of sync a little bit. So hopefully we can get him a couple easy baskets, get him going, and we'll be okay.
Thanks a lot, Tom. All right, Teron Lou, let's send it back over to Steve Buckhands.
Well, the Nets average 96.5 points a game. They've got 45 at the break, and they lead the Wizards by 1. Wizards trainer Steve Stricker, who said that Thomas suffered a blow to the cheek, and while x-rays were negative, which is good news, he will not come back to play tonight. A rough couple of days for Etan Thomas. 8 stitches in the lip yesterday and hit in the face
and
here
that was
tonight.
His teammate.
Yeah, that was his own man.
He got 8 minutes in, still got 4 rebounds and 2 points.
So the Wizards without Larry Hughes and without Etan Thomas. Lou's jumper, and he missed it. Nice pass by Jordan. Start of the third quarter, so important for this Washington team. That's blocked. Brendan Haywood gets a hand on it. And Haywood, who is 20th in the league in blocked shots. And I believe he's got 2 tonight. Jordan looking for some contact, but he gets the hoop. 22 points for Michael Jordan. MJ's season high 45 against New Orleans February 1st. Jason Collins pulls up and scores over Haywood. 8 points for Jason Collins, whose season high is 13. Seconds. Jordan pulls the trigger again. Forget about that. You cannot block it.
Once again, that pump fake gets Kenyon Martin off his feet and out of position.
Somebody call AT&T and tell them that's the true definition of M life. Right there. Martin looking for help. Here's Kidd over Lou. Michael is there for the rebound. Wizards have regained the lead by 1. They trailed by as many as 11 early. Here's Jordan again. I like that. 26 points for Jordan. Michael is 3 for 3 in the quarter, has all 6 Washington points. Kenyon Martin connects. Martin averages 15.5 points a game and 8.6 rebounds. He has just 4 points here tonight.
Mind, last time they met, he had that huge game, 19 points and 21 rebounds. So you're right, they're doing a good job so far.
Jordan got another one. He's on fire. 28 points for his airness.
These shots he's taken so far in his half that have not been easy shots. He's had defenders all over him.
And he's 4 for 4 in the half. Kittle's the runner. Collins pulls it down and gets fouled. And they'll call it on Brendan Haywood. And on Haywood, his 3rd personal.
Well, that's a little bit about the team's defensive chemistry that we're talking about. Haywood has to come out and help challenge a shot from the outside. And that leaves Collins underneath. You can see the comparison. Collins with 5 rebounds and 8 points.
Huge edge. And the shot is short by Martin, but he is going to go to the line. And
Kenyon Martin, this is an area he has struggled, particularly lately. You look over the last 3 games, and he's only 10 for 23 from the free throw line. On the year, shooting 63%, but that 10 for 23 makes out to 43%.
Our Toyota League leaders, rebounds per game among guards. Jason Kidd averages 6 rebounds a contest. 2.2 steals, which has him tied for 4th in the league. 8.4 assists, which is 2nd in the league. Oh, how do you like that? Knocked away, and the Wizards get it back.
They got lucky that time. That's the second time that I can remember that tonight they've given up an offensive rebound off a missed free throw by the Nets. It's not good.
Nope. Stackhouse. Mark Davis with a foul.
Got Collins.
And that'll put 14 seconds on the shot clock and give the Wizards the ball out of bounds. 3rd personal on Jason Collins. The Wizards without Larry Hughes and Etan Thomas now, who's been injured tonight, and he is out. Gordon battling underneath with Jefferson. 7 seconds to shoot. Stackhouse all the way, lays it up and in. Nice screen.
I like and agree with what Tyronn Lue said to George Johnson just at the end of the first half, and that they'd love to get Stackhouse some easy baskets to get his rhythm going, to get him into the flow offensively.
Wizards have their largest lead of the night, and the fans love it. 5-point advantage at the MCI Center. Minutes tonight, Michael Jordan has been deadly. 12 of 16 shooting, including 4 for 4 here in the 3rd quarter. He also has 4 rebounds, 2 assists, 2 steals, and a blocked shot. 28 points for Michael Jordan.
Yeah, and you can see from the look of things, he's got a defender hanging on him on all those shots still. He's zeroing in on the basket. He's feeling good. Back
live, a quick inside basket by Kenyon Martin, who has 6 points. And the Wizards' 5-point lead down to 3. 5 their largest of the night. 11 New Jersey's largest. Inside for Haywood. Tough pass. Tipped up and in. Who do you give that to?
You got to give it to Brendan, but Collins was the last one to touch the ball, trying to tip it away from Brendan. Brendan has a smile on his face. He knows that's the easiest 2 he'll ever get.
Both 7-footers, both in their 2nd year in the NBA.
Happens to be Brendan's first field goal, too.
Kidd's jumper no good. Jordan is there for another rebound. Michael drives, lays it off for Haywood. He can't control it. Jefferson, will they give him continuation? Yes, they will. Only in this league does that happen.
Well, I like that continuation call there. I just wish that Tyronn Lue had wrapped Jefferson up so that he doesn't get, see, he just basically just fouls him out there, but Jefferson has already picked up his dribble going to the basket. And, you know, we saw in that New Orleans game how critical a few seconds and mental lapses can be. And that was a mental lapse there on Tyronn.
Well, and it was also unfortunate that Haywood couldn't handle the pass from Jordan. We've seen that time and time again this season. Fade away.
He's got it going.
30 points for Michael Jordan. Wizards by 4. Kittle's finger roll, no good. Lue will pull the trigger.
Nice shot by Kittles. Actually jumped into the defender, but had to use the left hand.
Their transition game is uncanny.
It is. so confident in that part of their game.
Jefferson called for a foul on Jordan.
Jefferson not disagreeing at all with the official. Realized he got caught out of position. That's his second or third.
Second personal, I believe, on Jefferson. It is. Wizards have been outscored 13-2 on the fast break. 3 seconds to shoot. Jordan's going to have to pop. He does, and misses finally. First miss of the quarter for Jordan. Fresh 24-second clock. And Collins makes the Wizards pay. 10 points.
Couple of offensive rebounds, and then the result, 2 more points in the paint.
And we're tied at 58 after the Wizards had a chance to take a 6-point lead moments ago. Stackhouse open off the screen. Good. 3-pointer for Jerry Stackhouse, his 53rd of the season. He's got 7 points in the game. Jordan has 30. Oakley off the Wizards bench. Jefferson scored a field goal. He's fouled by Brendan Haywood, and that'll be number 4. Correction, 5 personals on Brendan Haywood.
Well, this is another potential 3-point play. They're not fouling these guys in an aggressive manner. They're getting the contact and then falling away. And once again, Richard Jefferson has a chance for a 3-point play after a made field goal.
There is a guy in the game now who will foul in an aggressive manner. And his name is Charles Oakley.
That's something that has been hurting the Nets throughout the game. They're only 11 for 19 from the free throw line.
Haywood is out with 5 fouls. Jordan pulls up. How hot is he? Smoking.
And he knows it.
MJ 6 of 7 in the quarter, has 32 for the game. Christian Laettner picks up personal number 3.
Well, he's got Kenyon Martin's undivided attention. Kenyon trying to slow him down. You see the head fake gets Kenyon to drop off in just a split second, and that gives him plenty of time and room to elevate for the shot.
Fans with Hot 5, you can play and win 25-7. That's $25,000 7 days a week. Be a part of the DC Lottery's winning lineup and play Hot 5 today. Wizards by 2, and Martin can cut it to 1 with an additional free throw. And does. The 63% free throw shooter knocks down 2. And it's Washington by 1. Steve Buckhant, Phil Chenier, George Johnson, and our entire Comcast Sportsnet crew on HD TV from now on. Lou penetrates, kicks it to Laettner for the open jumper, and he missed it.
Well, you got to make him pay. They sent 3 defenders on Jordan that time.
Oh, follow slam by Martin.
Once again, that's that transition. Even though it wasn't a fast break, you move the ball around before you really get a chance to get in a set defense to help out.
Jordan pops and then misses as the shot clock was winding down. Here comes Kidd. And Collins will take time. So the Nets have come back on a 6-0 run to grab a 3-point lead and a timeout on the floor with 2:43 to play. Third period. Standings, the most road wins in the Eastern Conference.
Well, Detroit having a terrific year, aren't they?
Yep, 17 victories on the road.
Boston Celtics just coming off that West Coast swing. They played pretty well out there themselves.
Very successful. They wanted to get that victory over Sacramento and could not do it, but it was a terrific road swing for the Celts. Wizards went on the road and won 1 of 3. Jordan at the buzzer!
Boy. He has pretty much done it all by himself in this third quarter so far.
34 for Jordan, 14 in the period. And a foul called on Rodney Rogers.
I was going to say, finally got a call with a guy fouling Christian Laettner. That time Christian had good inside position and Rodney tried to come over the back. Picked up the foul.
Well, the Wizards can once again regain the lead. Led by as many as 5 in this period. Stackhouse, long jumper, a little short.
Boy, this is where they need it. Did he touch it?
Look at the fans up, and they are livid. They thought Johnson touched it.
I thought he did, too.
Well, I'll tell you this. Bennett Salvatore looked the other way. Did not see whether the ball was touched or not.
But you had another official back here in the back where one of them needed to see that. Got that.
Kidd on the fadeaway. Tough shot.
Boy.
Jason Kidd in his 9th year from Cal.
The Wizards shooting the ball so well, but they still can't pull away from this net team. They're shooting the ball pretty well, too.
And Kidd called for a foul on Jordan. Kidd just 1 of 7 from the field tonight.
Well, they've had 3 different defenders on Jordan this quarter. None of them have been able to handle him. Kenyon Martin, Kittles, and now you have Kidd on him.
Michael, in 31 minutes of play so far, has 34 points. Great fake and a little short. Tipped up, no good. Laettner battles for it. Oakley is there, and he's fouled. That's the kind of persistence and tenacity that Charles Oakley, in his 18th year from Virginia Union, brings with him.
And look at him clearing people out on the floor. That's what he's going to try and do. Finally is able to bring the ball down. He knows he's going to get fouled there.
Charles is 16 of 20 from the free throw line on the season. He hit 2 big ones in New Orleans the other night. Number 4 on Kenyon Martin. And Doug Collins will get Bobby Simmons into the lineup. And Bobby replaces Michael Jordan, who's going to get a breather now.
Yeah. I think he signaled over to the bench that he was a little winded. If you're wondering why he comes out, the way he's been shooting this quarter. Boy, now they really need somebody, preferably Stackhouse, to find his shooting touch and pick up the load here.
Nets by 1. Less than a minute to play, third quarter. Kidd works open for the jumper and misses, and Simmons is there.
Good rebound. They can have some numbers.
Oakley calling for the ball. Lou, tough shot. Oh, I like that.
That's one of those shots you say, no, no, no. Yes, yes, yes.
The fans respond with Lou. 13 for T. Lou.
What a difficult shot.
Yeah. Aaron Williams against Laettner. Rodney Rogers inside. Knocked off of Martin's foot. And they'll give it to the Wizards. James Capers says Washington ball.
Well, that's where the teamwork comes in for these officials. Mark Davis underneath the basket was blocked out, but James Capers very adamant about the call.
And a big round of applause for Charles Oakley as he comes off the floor and onto the bench. Rodney Rogers also leaves the lineup as well. As we get a look at Chris Childs tonight, his 9th year from Boise State. Wizards play for the final shot. Lou with a nice move on Johnson. Kicks it out to Stackhouse. And he lost the ball. And boy, nearly fouled Kidd. It won't count. He is very lucky he did not get a call on the foul on Jason Kidd. Michael Jordan with a spectacular 14-point third quarter performance. Has 34 in the game on 15 of 22 shooting. Don't go away. Good fourth quarter is in store as the Wizards lead the Nets by 1. Comcast Sportsnet coverage of Wizards basketball being brought to you tonight by Southwest Airlines, bringing people together with low fares. By your Washington area Volkswagen dealers, proud sponsors of the Washington Wizards. Sun Microsystems, and by Miller Brothers Ford and Chevrolet. Fourth quarter underway in Washington. Steve Buckhantz, Phil Chenier, and George Johnson as the Wizards begin the fourth period with Juan Dixon, Bobby Simmons, Michael Jordan, Christian Laettner, and Charles Oakley. MJ again, fade away. How in the world can he keep this up?
Boy, Washington, that third quarter, 11 for 19 from the field. That's 58% shooting. Thank you, Michael Jordan.
Yeah, he's been consistent. 4 of 6 in the first quarter for 8 points. 4 of 6 in the second. He had 12 points. 7 of 10 in the third quarter with 14 points. And he's just made his first field goal attempt in the fourth quarter. Kittles with Jordan on him. They go to Rodney Rogers. Jumper no good. Rebound, offensive rebound taken by New Jersey. Kittles for 3, and it hurt.
Second chance points are mounting. That's the 13th offensive rebound this game for them. Washington's keeping close to them in rebounding, but not in the offensive rebounding department. Washington only has 6 offensive rebounds for the game. Watch out.
And Johnson is called for a push on Juan Dixon. Very close.
Very close to stripping him, yeah.
Fans, BEA Government Systems is a supplier of enterprise architecture platforms to nearly every civilian, intelligence, and military agency in the federal government. Let BEA improve your efficiency and responsiveness. Call BEA Government Systems 571-382-2400. Alley-oop to Simmons inside, and Bobby's shot is blocked.
Bobby was really trying to draw the foul. He thought he had his defender out of position.
Jefferson baseline jumper good. 22 points for Richard Jefferson. Season and career high 27 against San Antonio, so he's close to another career high. Jordan off the screen. Long jumper. Good!
Boy, this is a shooting exhibition.
38 points for the greatest player ever. Season high 45 against New Orleans. Kittles kicks it out for Johnson's jumper. He draws a foul.
See, once you get that penetration in the middle, it sucks the defense in, and now you have a good team, passing team in the nets. They move the ball around the perimeter well, and they just have you at a disadvantage. Johnson jumping into Bobby Simmons, making sure he gets the contact.
Anthony's a 70% free throw shooter and has 2 coming. Fans, help your parents grow old gracefully. Did you know that senior citizens in the district can receive free nutritious food? For more information, call the D.C. Department of Health Supplemental Food Program at 1-800-666-2229.
Listen, both.
And they nearly got another rebound off a free throw.
They've really been bad from the free throw line. 12 for 23.
Laettner pulls the trigger. Great touch pass, knocked away by Jordan, and a near steal. Johnson for 3. 6 rebounds in the game for Michael Jordan. 2 assists, 38 points, couple of steals.
That was a big rebound by Jordan because he was the only Wizard underneath the basket.
Dixon knocks one in. 5 points for Juan Dixon. Wizards by 2. What a game. Kidd was set to come in. Now he retreats, as does Stackhouse. Aaron Williams lost it out of bounds. But they'll give it to New Jersey and a timeout on the floor. 8:52 to go in regulation. Washington by 2.
An exciting ball game here at the MCI Center. Washington leading 75-73. Time now for our Department of Health injury report, where, of course, the Washington Wizards already came in shorthanded without Larry Hughes. But with 8 minutes gone in the second quarter, they would lose Aton Thomas. Right now, they have taken X-rays. They're not back yet. He took an elbow to the face, and supposedly he's in the back, icing his upper left cheekbone. And yet we don't know if anything is wrong. They tried to sit him on the side right after it happened, but he was in such excruciating pain that he had to be taken off the floor and has not returned since. As soon as we find out the results of those X-rays, we'll let you know. Aton Thomas out with the bad cheek. Send it back over to Steve Buckhands.
There's Larry Hughes and Jahidi White in front of him. Both those guys are out. Richard Jefferson penetrates, kicks it out to Rogers with 6 seconds, and shoots. And another offensive rebound. Make it 2. Dixon steals it.
That's one way to get your hands on the ball, come up with the steal, but Washington giving up far too many offensive rebounds in the 8-second count.
Boy, that's the quickest 8 seconds I've ever seen. That is a quick 8 seconds. I mean, Dixon saved it to Jordan, and before you knew it, time had elapsed. A critical turnover for the Wizards. Wow. By the way, unofficially, in speaking with Steve Stricker, he mentioned that the X-rays on Aton Thomas were in fact negative, and he just received a blow to the face, so hopefully that is all that is wrong with Aton. Jefferson slapped away by Jordan. Wow, there was a lot of sound there. You could hear it. I don't know if that
sounded like ball to me.
I was going to say either ball or skin.
Hands part of the ball, remember.
Okay.
Isn't that the way you used to play?
I guess. Laettner. Low post for Jordan, pushed out by Martin. 5 seconds to shoot. Michael missed it. Laettner is fouled by Kerry Kittles.
And Washington pulling down a critical offensive rebound of their own. That's the 7th offensive rebound that they pulled down tonight. That one pulled down by Christian Laettner. But Jordan going against Kenyon Martin. Kenyon trying to body up, trips over Jordan's foot. One of the few missed shots we've seen all night from Jordan.
Well, golfers try to shoot their age, and very rarely that a 70-year-old shoots a 70. Michael is about to score his age. He's got 38.
I don't think there's ever been a 70-year-old scoring his age. Is that what you said?
Yeah, 70-year-old golfer to shoot 70.
Oh, golfer.
Right, that's what I meant.
I'm thinking basketball.
Stackhouse missed it. Laettner and a loose ball foul on Christian Laettner.
It's all right. I like the effort. You got to apply some pressure on their defensive rebounding.
4 personals on Laettner. Have not received official word whether this is a sellout or not, but it's a packed house. And the Wizards, it would be the 28th sellout as Kidd hits a 3-pointer.
This team has not shot their threes well tonight. Only the 2nd. They're 2 for 9. That was a big one.
Yeah. Well, he did it last night in a win over Indiana. Kidd bringing this team back from 15 down. Dixon.
Big shot. You know, you watch, we've seen in this season, Jordan more and more seem comfortable at delivering the ball to Juan Dixon.
Dixon called for a foul on Jefferson. And these fans won't like that.
Only the third team foul. They'll take it out on the side. You had a big mismatch there. That's all Juan could do is gamble and go for the steal. If he came up with it, it would have been a big play. Boy, they're both jockeying for position. Boy, that will be the telling blow of this game when you look at it. Offensive rebounding.
Wow, what a miss by Jefferson. He was in tight. Dixon short jumper, no good. Laettner tipped it up and tries to keep it alive. Nice effort by Laettner. Fast and furious here in Washington with 5:55 to go in regulation and a timeout on the floor. 5:55 to play here in the fourth quarter, and the Wizards lead the Nets by 1 in a tight ball game where every possession is critical now as we take a look at the Dodge game summary.
Well, Michael Jordan having a heck of a night. 17 for 25, 38 points. Both teams shooting well, over 40%, but offensive rebounds. Washington has to do something to stop New Jersey from getting their hands back on missed shots.
Michael turned 40 this past Monday. Wizards game against Toronto postponed till March 4th because of the snowstorm. Jordan in 37 minutes tonight has 38 points.
12 for 24, 50% shooting from the line by the Nets.
They are 18th in the NBA in free throw shooting at 75%. They have won 6 straight games against the Wizards. We are tied at 77. Steve Buckhatz, Phil Chenier, George Johnson. Wizards back in action Sunday afternoon right here against the Dallas Mavericks. Jordan one-on-one. Jumper, little short, and the rebound by New Jersey.
Get back now. They got numbers.
Dixon. And he nearly stole it.
They had a 3-on-2. And that, I mean, New Jersey had the extra man, and Juan Dixon almost came up with a great time steal.
10 ties in this game, 13 lead changes. Into Aaron Williams, knocked away by Oakley. Martin's jumper, oh, does that hurt? Approaching 5 minutes to play in regulation. Nets grab a 2-point lead. Doug Collins will bring Tyronn Lue back into the lineup for Washington and replace Juan Dixon.
Good job by Juan.
Yep. 15 minutes of play, 7 points, a rebound and an assist for Juan Dixon. Stackhouse, the jumper, got it! 9 points for Jerry Stackhouse. Tied at 79.
Just want to keep him out of that middle.
Pulls the trigger and misses. MJ is there.
You've got to give up the jump shot to Jason Kidd. That's the lesser of the two evils.
7 rebounds for Jordan. Michael, he'll go to the line.
You can see how this team is really concentrating on Michael Jordan. They had, once again, 3 players surround him right here. You see Aaron Williams reaching in. You got Kittles, and I believe that was Kidd as well around there.
Michael has made all 4 of his free throw attempts tonight. number 39.
It was interesting to look in the book and see his highest game against this team. Of course, as a Bull, he scored 58. But his second highest outing was the game that he had last Christmas Eve, New Year's Eve, 45. Yeah, as a Wizard.
Michael Jordan, the first 40-year-old to score 40 points in a game. And good defensive play.
Well, I thought I heard a whistle. I did, too.
Michael, great move, and it's blocked. Oh, tremendous defensive play. Here's Lou with Kidd, and they run the 3-on-2 and score it with a field goal. Oh, does that hurt?
Well, I tell you what, they've given up a couple of potential three-point plays. Jordan just coming up a little short on that move. Watch the spin, getting away from Kittles, but you see everybody collapsing to Jordan. But now you have numbers at the other end, and I tell you, no team handles the break as well as this team.
They're the best. And it's a three-point play and an absolute killer.
I believe Jefferson has been the recipient of at least 3 of those three-point plays.
Wizards have been outscored 19-2 on the fast break. Here's Stackhouse. Gary, foul from behind. It's on Kittles, and they'll give him 2.
Both teams in the penalty now anyway, so they will be going to the line. Washington so far tonight has fared much better. He got the bump from Aaron Williams. I believe that's who they called the foul on. Was it Aaron Williams?
Well, I know that Bennett Salvatore signaled. Oh, wow. Stackhouse is 0 for 3 from the free throw line tonight. Gary came into the game as the 10th best free throw shooter in the NBA. Well, something's not right. 87% shooter, and he's 0 for 4. The other Wizards are 14 for 14. Knocked away by Jordan. That's another steal. Well, have you ever seen a team crash the boards like this?
And they send everybody, too. Boy, nice, fortunate roll for the Wizards. That went down several times.
Somebody had some karma on that.
Still trying to carry the load all by himself.
And a timeout taken by Byron Scott. 2:25 to go in regulation. Nets with the ball and a 1-point lead when we come back. Comcast Sportsnet coverage of Wizards basketball has been brought to you tonight by Southwest Airlines, bringing people together with low fares. By Dodge, get somewhere, grab life by the horns, Dodge. By Subway, it's cold outside. Come into Subway for some delicious hot soup. Subway, eat fresh. By Gold's Gym, join now and enter to win Gold's Gym $500,000 challenge. By Jim Coleman's Montgomery Mall Toyota. Remember, nobody beats a Jim Coleman deal. By Force 3, networks of people. And by Budweiser, who salutes America's designated drivers.
Did that well.
Thank you. Wizards minority owner Ted Leonsis getting on with the groove here.
Groove on, yeah.
Yes, he is. Spinning, Martin block. Aaron Williams is right there for the put-in. And it's the Nets by 3. Michael Jordan has 40 points, 4 steals, 8 rebounds, and 3 assists in this game. Jordan battling in the low post with Jefferson. Stackhouse goes all the way. This is tipped in by Oakley.
Well, I tell you, Stackhouse has just not gotten the bounce. He's a couple times attacked the basket. We talked about his missed free throws, and you can tell he's just not himself tonight.
Gary has 9 points. Martin's jumper. Jordan gets fouled. He'll shoot 2.
He went down pretty hard. Did he get hit in the face too?
It appears he did. We've already seen Etan Thomas leave the game with a blow to the cheek, and Etan is out. And it looks like Michael's okay.
I tell you, they have really had a difficult time pulling down and securing defensive rebounds. You can see Aaron Williams has his hand all in the face of Michael Jordan.
22nd timeout. Jordan has 40 points, 9 rebounds, 2 assists, and 4 steals in this game. Make it 3 assists for MJ.
What a pretty good line there.
Tremendous, just tremendous performance. He's played in 42 minutes and is 17 of 29 from the field, but he's missed his last 5 shots from the field.
Well, I'm sure he's got to be wearing down, and not to mention that the Nets now, all 5 of the defenders are focusing on Jordan. He's had at least 2, usually 3 defenders trying to help stop him from his offensive move.
We can tell you that Phil and I see signs like this all over the country. Right. In arenas, sometimes outside of arenas, sometimes outside of hotels. Hey, Terps fans, Subway's filling your order this season with the Maryland basketball news you crave. On Tuesdays and Thursdays, you can check out the Subway Gary Williams Report on Sports Night at 6:30, 10, and 1 a.m. Fear the Turtle, here on Comcast Sportsnet. So MJ will go to the line where he is a perfect 6 for 6 tonight.
On the release. One throw. Watch out, man.
41 points to lead all scorers, and the Wizards tie it at 84. Sellout crowd, 20,173. Oh, what a shot by Aaron Williams, who averages 6 points a game and has 14 tonight. 1 away from his season high.
He got off to a tremendous start in the first half, had 10 points then.
Jordan spins, looks inside Laettner, and he's fouled. Great pass by Jordan. He has eyes all around his head.
And that's so important for these other players not to be complacent, not to be caught looking and watching Jordan, but trying to make themselves available in case he needs to dump the ball off, and that's just what he does right there. Laettner open, and Williams commits the foul.
Christian is 5 for 5 from the line, and he's held his own tonight with Kenyon Martin. Laettner has 7 points, Martin has 14. Laettner has 12 rebounds, Martin has 11. Christian has 4 assists, and Martin has 1, but he misses a very important free throw. And the Nets lead by 1. Kittles.
Big rebound there. Laettner pulled it down.
Jordan drives up and in.
He wasted no time in going for the bucket.
43 points for Michael Jordan. The Wizards lead by 1.
but did a good job of protecting the ball. Knew the defense was going to collapse on him. Watch again. He gets down low, protects the ball, wedges his way to the basket, drops it in with the left hand. And that puts Washington up by a point. They've got this defensive stance they've got to think about right now.
Christian Laettner has 13 rebounds, one away from his season high of 14, which he had the other night in Los Angeles against the Clippers.
But I tell you what, this that we talked about over and over again, that based on where they are in the season, they have got to win a lot of games. They've got to beat some good teams, and this is certainly one of those games. Now they've got to find a way to come away with a win. They're up by one with 30 seconds, 34 seconds.
Got to get rolling on it.
But boy, they've got to get a critical stop here.
All right, here's what's upcoming for this team. Of course, they lost in New Orleans the other night. They've got Dallas in here on Sunday afternoon at 12:30. Then the Wizards will travel to Indianapolis to take on the Pacers on Tuesday night. And then come back home on Thursday to see Stevie Francis and the Houston Rockets. So, oh, exactly.
Yo.
Yow.
Yo.
Sun Microsystems upcoming games, Dallas, Indiana, and Houston. And listen to these fans. Kidd. Jordan, huge rebound.
Got to get it up. Don't want to have that mistake happening again. That's just what Doug Collins is saying. He doesn't want that kind of turnover.
43 points, 10 rebounds for Jordan. Stackhouse, he's fouled. With 3.8 seconds to go in regulation, Jerry Stackhouse, who has missed all 4 of his free throws, will go to the line for 2.
What kind of respect is that? You got a player like Jerry Stackhouse, you're going to leave him alone to make sure Jordan doesn't beat you. They have 3 players positioning themselves to stop Jordan, and that left Stackhouse open.
It has been an incredibly close fourth quarter, 6 ties, 8 lead changes, and the biggest spread by either team has been 3 points. Well, Stack missed 4, but he's hit the biggest 2.
I was going to say, you don't know how difficult that is. I mean, he has that dry look on his face, but you know your insides are just turning over because he knows that he's missed 4 free throws tonight, but he knows he's a very good free throw shooter. Go back to the basics, get yourself set on the line, set your mind, and then go through the regular routine. He bends his knees, gets up on his toes, and gets the good release. Made both of them. Those are 2 big free throws.
The New Jersey Nets are the 11th best three-point shooting team in the league at 35%.
Haven't shot really well tonight. They're 2 for 10, but both of those made three-pointers were in this fourth quarter.
With 2 minutes left in regulation, the Wizards were down 84-81. But since then, they have gone on an 8-2 run. Michael Jordan has been nothing short of spectacular here tonight with 43 points, 10 rebounds, 3 assists, and 4 steals in 43 minutes of play.
Well, I tell you what, both teams, you've seen that field goal percentage dip drastically in this fourth quarter. Washington shooting 37%, the Nets 35%, but Washington has done better from the free throw line. They're 6 for 10. The Nets converting only 2 of 5 free throws in this quarter.
The love for MJ is of an international flavor here tonight at MCI Center and around the world.
Well, you just can't give up threes. Just can't give up threes there.
That's what they can't do. They can't foul on a 3, and they can't give up a 3.
You've got to force them inside that line.
Kerry Kittles will inbound. Knocked away by Stackhouse with 1.6 seconds to play. The Nets have beaten the Wizards 6 consecutive times. The lone Washington victory prior to those 6 games was last year in that New Year's Eve game when Washington won 98-76 here, and Jordan had the 45 points.
That's right. That was the last win. These two teams over the years have been pretty competitive because that 6-game streak is the longest that the Nets have had on the Wizards.
The last time New Jersey swept a series from Washington was in the 2000-2001 season when they took all 4 games. They've won 3 here so far this year. And they're going to need a 3 to tie it with 1 6/10 seconds to play in regulation.
And I'm sure that's what Jordan said. You got to make them take the shot inside the line.
Jefferson, jumper, missed it. Wizards hang on for the victory. The star of the game, the star of the night, Michael Jordan. And let's send you over to George Johnson, who's joined by MJ.
Both of y'all. All right, Mike, we both, you're going to come down to our level this time. A big-time game for you tonight. It seemed like everything was falling for you, especially in the third.
We needed this game. You know, this is one of those games where you got to come out here and lay it on the floor. I mean, we hadn't really been playing well. Coach has been really disappointed in the way we played. And I had to take the leadership, diving for a loose ball. I had to do everything I had to do to get this team to understand what winning is all about. We need this. We need to get into the playoffs, and I desperately want to make it that way. And Jerry wasn't here tonight. He didn't have a great game. He hit some big free throws, hit a big shot for us. And Larry Hughes is not playing right now, so we got to really, really grind out and come together and find ways to win ball games, especially like tonight.
I was going to say, it's one thing to beat a team that's a little lower down, but to knock off New Jersey, that's a little bigger, isn't it?
It is. That's one of those birdies out there bogey. You know, we needed a game after we gave away a couple games early in the season. This is one of the get-back games.
Mike, can you score 40 every night? You're going to have to get Jerry involved. You're going to have to get these other guys involved, I would assume.
Man, I only got 28 games left in my career. I'll do whatever I got to do to get to the playoffs.
Thanks again, Mike. I appreciate it. Michael Jordan, big night. Let's send it back over the bunk.
I like that. That's more like an eagle to me.
Yeah, even in his analogies, he uses the game of golf.
Absolutely. But I like what he says. Only 28 games left. He'll do whatever it takes to get into the playoffs.
Our Subway play of the day, got to go to MJ. 43 points, 10 rebounds, a huge driving basket here. And like he said, I'll even dive on the floor in a game like this.
We saw it.
And he did.
This is such a big shot. Less than a minute. This, I believe, to tie it up. And that was just a big shot from Jordan.
Another sellout here tonight. 20,173 saw a terrific game. Michael Jordan and the Wizards victorious 89-86. For Phil Chenier, George Johnson, this is Steve Buckhantz. Wizards basketball, a presentation of Washington Sports and Entertainment, Comcast Sportsnet and the NBA. Stay tuned. Guarantee Residential Wizards Lending post-game live is next.